Hi there, friends and family and church family. I'm so happy that you could join me today in this video. I want to welcome you. If you haven't been on this channel before, welcome. This is a fantastic place for you to be fed with the Word of God throughout your week, and I encourage you to check out our other videos. They're really awesome. I just want to share a little devotional with you, just something that's been on my heart, and I'm hoping that it blesses you the way that it's been ministering to me recently. So, first off, I'm going to start off with a story. Now, I will be honest, I don't have this story entirely planned out, but we're going to jump into it, and there is a point that I feel is necessary to share through it. So, let's go ahead. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was she was given an incredible gift. This gift was a priceless ruby, and she was part of a kingdom that was sort of, expansive. It was large and stretched far and wide, but she just lived in this humble little home. And but one day someone came along and gave her this gift, and so she kept it in this box in her room under her bed, and it was just so precious to her. But as time went on, she thought, you know what, I would like to share my gift with somebody. And so somebody would come along who seemed pretty cool. They seemed pretty awesome, and they seemed to be a really good friend. And so she said, hey, why don't you come? I'll share my treasure with you. I'll share my ruby with you. We'll take turns. Here, you can take it for a day or two. You can take care of it. And so this person, they take the gift and they enjoy it for a little bit, but then she realizes they didn't have intentions of treating it with the same respect that she did. They didn't care for it so well. They didn't mind if it got scuffed up or dirty. They were careless with it. And so she thought, that's not going to work. And so she said, you know what, friend, I'm going to take that back. I'll take care of it from now on. I would prefer you not to touch it anymore. So, she was a bit disappointed about that. But, after a while, time went on, somebody else came along, and they seemed wonderful, so sweet and friendly, and like they could do nothing wrong. And so she thought, hey, maybe they'd like to share with my gift as well. And so she says, hey, friend, would you like to take care of this gift with me? Would you like to, help me take care of my gem, my treasure here? And we can, you'll take it to your house for a little bit and make sure it's all shiny every day, and then I'll take it, and we'll just be best of friends. So this friend says, yeah, sure, that'd be amazing. They take it for a while. They take pretty good care of it, but eventually, they get careless. It tumbles on the floor, or, she finds it laying there on the shelf, not cared for, all dusty, and she thinks, no, I better take that back. So with disappointment, she takes it back home, and she thinks to herself, am I ever going to be able to really share this with somebody? And then one day she's so surprised, but she gets a visit from the king, and the king stops by, and he said, I'm just checking on my kingdom. I'd like to get to know my people one-on-one, and I wanted to see, how are you? And she sees that this king is different. This king has such compassion and wisdom and real genuine care for her. And when she speaks of her treasure, he takes it so seriously, and he's very careful. And she thinks, now this is the one that I can give my treasure to. So she takes out her box again. She brings out her sort of damaged ruby, and she says, oh, king, would you like to take care of my treasure? And he says, I would love to. I will keep that in my treasuries. I will take care of it, and I will take care of it as long as you'd like, as long as you'll allow me to. And so she realizes that this king really, he means it. And as time goes on, even in times that he could have given it away, he took care of it and kept it polished and clean and sparkly. And she realized that was where her treasure belonged. Now, the point of that story, there are times that, as a child, I think it's so much easier to trust people. It's so much easier to just, trust people with your heart, and to just say, just let anybody speak into your life, anybody come in. But, eventually when you trust people, our trust, it gets hurt sometimes because people are not perfect. People are not full of wisdom like the Lord. They're not, they don't have complete unending love. They struggle just like we do. And it can be difficult when you feel that your trust has been broken. But there's just something that came out of this. I was thinking about how the Lord is so trustworthy. We can go through hard times and we can go through struggles. We can feel like the rest of the world's falling apart, but God's still going to be there, remaining steadfast if we'll just trust our hearts to Him. He will always take care of our hearts. He will always take care of our needs. He will always be faithful to us. And so the other thing that I was thinking about too is we say He's worthy of our praise. We say He's worthy of us, clapping. We say He's worthy of us singing to Him. He's worthy of us being unashamed of our testimonies. He's worthy of us doing anything, even laying down our lives. But when it comes to trusting Him with our hearts, we get a little bit more reserved sometimes, I think. And I know, like for myself personally, there are times that I've said to the Lord, I trust You with my life. I trust You with everything. And then He asks something of me, and I think to myself, am I really ready to trust Him with that next step? Or, Lord, I know You've promised me this thing, but I'm not seeing it right now. And can I really trust You with something so close to my heart? And the answer is yes. Every time, yes. But it's that human part of us that when we feel that our trust has been broken at some point, that we sometimes put that same thing on the Lord. But if we read in our Bibles, Psalm 18, verses 2 through 3 say, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies." So what I pull out of that is just that no matter what the situation, like in that verse, that covers a lot. Like if He's going to cover us in every situation, in every form necessary, He is definitely trustworthy. And not only is He trustworthy, but He's worthy of our praise. So when we can go through situations where they're difficult, we can still declare the fact that He's worthy of our trust. And in doing that, in living that before those around us, we are giving Him praise, because we're saying, yes, my God, He is trustworthy, and He never breaks a promise, and He is always faithful. He's always my defense. And so what I'd really like to encourage you to just trust in the Lord, no matter if you feel hesitant in the moment or you feel like your trust has been broken by other situations. I want to encourage you that our God is trustworthy. He's not just praiseworthy. He's not just worthy of our lives. He's not just worthy of our time or our work. Sometimes I think we get, sidetracked and we think, well, you know what? I'm serving the Lord with what I'm doing here. So, it's okay. I'll handle the other part. I'll handle the heart part. But He's like, no, I'd like you to trust me with everything. And because He is worthy of it, and He's the one who takes best care of us. And Psalm 56 says in verses 3 through 4, it says, "What time I am afraid, I will trust in Thee. In God will I praise His word. In God I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me." And verse 9 through 11, they say, "When I cry unto Thee, then shall mine enemies turn back. This I know, for God is for me. In God will I praise His word. In the Lord will I praise His word. In God have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me." So we know that even though other situations and maybe people have disappointed us at times, they're human, or there's been circumstances that we feel our trust has been broken, our God is always trustworthy, always worthy of our praise. And we can always praise His word because we know that He'll never break it. That's the other part too, is He's trustworthy as far as what He says, because it's impossible for Him to lie. So as we trust him, as we learn to lean on him in different situations rather than trying to do our own thing, we're going to see that God is so, so, so trustworthy, and that his plans are so much better than ours. So if we'll just trust him to cause them to unfold, it is going to be so beautiful, so miraculous, so much bigger and better than we ever thought could have happened, because he's God. He can do that kind of thing. So I hope this blesses you. I hope this encourages you. I know for my life personally, I've been learning to put my heart in his hands and know that, and all my trust in his hands, and know that he has what's best for me in store. So I pray that same thing for you. I love you all, and I pray that this blesses you and encourages you today. God bless.